This episode is brought to you by our partnership with Kelly Education.
I think in education, the cool thing about it is teamwork. Yes, we're working towards a goal together, but we're also taking joint responsibility for the progress of our students, of our staff, everyone. I want every student to succeed, every teacher to succeed. So we work together towards a goal, but we're sharing the responsibility.
Hi all, I am Maude F. and I am our 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year. And we have here today our 2021-22 Teacher of the Year, Miss Ashley Brannon, who is from the Karen M. Siegel Academy. And I am so excited to have you here. I'm excited to be here just to get to know you a little bit more, to talk to you, to get to interview you for this episode of the Ignite podcast. So thank you for being here. Ignite, thank you for having me here. And if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started.
I'm ready.
Perfect. So I've read your bio. By the way, it can be found on the Polk County website as well as the Ledger's website if you want to go read more about Miss Ashley Brannon. And I just think you're a fantastic woman.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not saying that, as the kids say these days, no cap. That is no cap. I feel as if, and I wrote some adjectives down here to describe you, I feel as if you're nurturing. I feel as if you're very energetic. You're very warm. You're very outgoing, and you're also understanding.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. But those are some of the things that I picked out just by seeing you, by talking to you, embracing you that night on stage.
Yes.
And just reading more about you. But can you tell us, the people out there, a little bit more about yourself? Mm-hmm. Your school, your babies, as I call them, your faculty that you work side by side with on a daily basis, as well as your stakeholders.
Absolutely. So I started with Polk County Schools about 6 years ago now. I'm starting to lose track. But I've spent all of those 6 years at Karen Siegel Academy because I love it so much. I actually started as a nurse in the classroom, helping to take care of, because our students have significant disabilities. A lot of them are very profound, nonverbal. So a lot of them have health issues too. So I came as a nurse and just fell in love with everything about Karen Siegel, everything about the students, everything about the staff. I saw the wonderful staff, how they help these students communicate, to advocate for themselves, to be independent, just to get that sense of joy. So I knew I wanted to be as big of a part of that as I possibly could. So it was within the first year at Polk County Schools that I decided to be a teacher. So I had already had a bachelor's degree, and so I took the alternate certification route and became a teacher and just have loved every second of it. I started in our PI unit, which is our physically impaired unit.
Okay.
And then I also taught in our VE unit, which is varying exceptionalities. And now I am the resource teacher there, so I help to encourage the use of best instructional practices across campus. So that includes hosting professional developments, co-teaching with teachers, modeling for teachers, mentoring new teachers, whatever I can to do to help make sure that all of our students get the best education they can.
Wow, that is awesome. Another adjective. Another adjective to describe you is awesome. So thank you for that. And it sounds like to me that Karen Siegel Academy is a place to learn, to work, and grow. And it sounds like you all have a lot of teamwork there.
We do.
And it sounds like it's the power of teamwork to make everything run. So I'm hoping, and we're not trying to sway anyone, that this session of the podcast can be called The Power of Teamwork, because I know I have some questions in here that can lead us to you giving us more information about how you all work. So, based on that theme, can you give me or us your definition of teamwork?
That's a very good question. And we hear a lot in education about how important teamwork is, how important collaboration is, but we never really get the chance to talk about what that means. And to everybody, it could look a little bit different. But I think in education, the cool thing about it is teamwork. Yes, we're working towards a goal together, but we're also taking joint responsibility for the progress of our students, of our staff, everyone. I want every student to succeed, every teacher to succeed. So we work together towards a goal, but we're sharing the responsibility and the progress of that. And the neat thing about education too is that I think we can truly appreciate through teamwork the knowledge and experience that other educators bring to the table.
Yes.
Because everyone has a different viewpoint. School to school, everything looks completely different. Classroom to classroom, everything looks different. So the power of teamwork is bringing all of those skills and expertise to the table so that we can make sure that our students are succeeding.
Okay, so with that in mind, can you give us an example of how teamwork impacts not only your school, but also your community?
Oh, yes. Teamwork, it's the best tool we have as educators. You go to those campuses around Polk County and you can just feel those positive energy campuses, where you can just tell that the teachers are excited to be there, the students are excited to be there because of it, and it's because those teachers and those schools have the opportunity to work together. And that's the important thing. And I'm so blessed to work with an administration that truly values the unique expertise of all of the teachers at our school. And they encourage us to use that to help increase collaboration and increase the positive culture at our school. So, for example, if we have a certain teacher who is really good at classroom management and those positive behavioral strategies, they will have him teach a professional development on what he does in his classroom so we can see. And then that helps to have teachers take pride in what they do. It gives them a sense of, I'm really excited to share what I do. I hope this helps you in your classroom as well. We had a couple months ago, we had a staff development day. And we had a building showcase. And that was one of the coolest things I think we've done at our school, where each building got a chance to show off all of the instructional strategies they use. So a lot of the different teachers who don't have time to go building to building throughout the day could see those resources that they hadn't gotten a chance to see. So it's just really cool promoting that sense of team building, learning together, supporting each other, because honestly, it's not even just learning together professionally. It's being there to support each other socially and emotionally too. Because we all know teaching, it's not an easy job. We love teaching, we love it, we love our kiddos, but it's not easy. So to have those relationships there too established, so you can help each other out in that way as well.
I love that. So I want to hone in on those showcases. So
yes.
With the first question, how many... You said buildings?
Yes.
Okay, how many buildings do you all have at the Karen Siegel Academy?
Well, the buildings that we use for academic purposes, we have 4.
Okay, so you have 4 buildings. Are they by name, such as like a Harry Potter theme, or is just
They are not.
Okay.
They are not. They are different exceptionalities of our students are in different buildings. So we have the PI building, the VE building. We have Building 6, which can house some of our more behavioral issues. And then we have a building that does high school where they actually rotate and everything like a real, like a gen ed high school would.
Okay, and what are some of the items that you all are showcasing? What are some of the talents is it the students? Is it the teachers? What you all are collaborating and showing teamwork and doing? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. It's really, we gave it up to the teachers to decide what they wanted to showcase. Some teachers demonstrated how they differentiate different instructional strategies for, say, like visually impaired students. They showed like light boxes and tactile differentiation. Some teachers demonstrated, we have an ag teacher who actually, she did this really cool project with NASA. and got it so that our students could help grow plants like they do up in outer space. So she kind of showcased that project. Just whatever they felt like they wanted to showcase, they got the chance. It was their turn to just kind of show off.
Okay. And then how did teamwork mesh into all of that? Did you all talk about some of the things that you were doing? Did you all help each other out?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So it was kind of just an open format.
Okay.
So the buildings worked together as they presented. So that was probably like 4 or 5 teachers per building.
Okay.
And then the other teachers, which were in the audience, had the chance to kind of chime in, ask questions, clarify whatever they wanted to clarify. So it was a really neat experience.
Well, that sounds like it was very, very neat. When would an activity like this take place? Is this something that happens as each semester, or is it something that happens each 9 weeks?
We have only done it once per year, but I honestly think once a semester would be a really neat opportunity too to show, just like how we demonstrate student progress throughout the year. It'd be really cool to demonstrate how you've changed, how you've adapted your instruction throughout the year to meet the needs of your students.
Wonderful. If someone is listening right now, what advice would you give them to make them believe in the power of teamwork?
Yes, that's another very good question. And I know sometimes it's really hard, and some people are naturally introverts, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. We're all different. We all have different personalities, but I want to let them know that whether they think so or not, their behaviors and actions are already influencing others. Education is not an island. You cannot succeed by yourself. So I really encourage those people who feel comfortable, and I get it, who feel comfortable in their bubble, they're taking care of their classroom. I encourage you to step out, because we only learn when we step outside our comfort zone.
That is very true.
And you're already influencing others, whether you think so or not.
Wonderful. So, speaking on that, what is one simple next step educators can put into motion or in place to increase that collaboration and teamwork inside their building to not only influence the scholars, or as I call them, the babies, but also impact the community?
Right. So, the best thing, I have a couple suggestions, but the absolute best thing you can do.
You said you have a couple suggestions, but now you're talking about the best thing. Let's hear those suggestions. I'm sorry.
The best thing you can do is just to model that.
Okay.
Be the person that is spreading kindness, being welcoming. If you see a new teacher, introduce yourself. Welcome new teachers to come view your classroom. If they're struggling with lesson planning, show them how you do that. Just be that positive person who is demonstrating that collaboration and teamwork. Even though you may not feel like you're making an impact, I promise you that just being that positive person, you are making a tremendous impact. Now, if you want to go beyond yourself,
yes, ma'am.
One thing that you can do at your school, which I am going to implement at my school next year, is establishing norms that increase the collaboration and teamwork perspective. So this will have to work in conjunction with administration and the rest of the faculty. But if you all get together and agree on a set of norms or guidelines that you all want to follow throughout the year that promote that will help you in that. So let's say you all get together and you decide on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock is our collaborative time. And above everything else, we're going to put that as the priority. I know as teachers, things get crazy, deadlines come up, you have that IEP to finish. I get it. But if you all agree in the beginning, when you establish those norms, people are going to be more likely to follow those and to put collaboration in the forefront.
Yes, ma'am.
And another thing is one thing that I've struggled with in my past is to be a little hesitant as far as friction goes. When you get collaborative ideas together, sometimes when people don't agree, it can feel uncomfortable. Welcome that. because you're learning from that. So don't be scared from friction. Welcome it. We all learn together. And just be that positive person on your campus.
Positive. That's another adjective. That's another adjective to describe you. And I have one more question.
Okay.
And if you could look into this camera right here, when I ask it, it says, if you could pick one area in education to spark change and ignite a shift in behaviors or mindset, what would it be?
I would like to shift away from the viewpoint of these are my students and those are your students, and shift to the shared responsibility that all of the students are our responsibility and we want to see them grow.
Hence, those are our babies.
Yes,
not
our
their
babies.
Not
That's
babies,
right.
not y'all's babies, not
That's
my
right.
babies. They are our babies.
That's right.
I really love that. Well, everyone, there you have it. You heard it from the Polk County Teacher of the Year, Miss Ashley Brannon, from the Karen M. Siegel Academy. And thank you again. Thank you again for being here. Ignite podcast, thank you for allowing me to host this wonderful event. And if you're going to check her out, or if you want to hear more or read more about her story and how she's helped so many lives and in her community through her work, please go to our Polk County website as well as read about her on the Ledger, because she's there. She's doing an awesome job. And again, I love you.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you fired up? You can continue to fuel the fire by connecting with us here in Teacher Engagement. Every month, we host virtual all-teacher seminars, and we also have ongoing programs designed to support teachers wherever they're at in their teaching career. Whether you're a new teacher or a teacher leader, there is a way to get plugged in. Follow us on social media at TeachEngagePCPS to see all that we have going on. Let's keep that spark alive and join forces with others who have chosen to stay ignited.
Thanks for joining us. You can subscribe to the Ignite Project on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, or watch online at the Polk County Public Schools YouTube channel. To learn more about the Ignite Project and other Polk County Public Schools podcasts, go to polkschoolsfl.com/podcasts.